Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the June meeting of the Clay Township Board. Our first order of business tonight is a call to order and a pledge of allegiance. Mary Eckert, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mary. By way of introduction, my name is Paul Boland, president this year. Mary Eckert is our secretary. Matt Snyder is our past president. We do not have any outstanding citizens that we're recognizing tonight. There are plenty of you out there, but nobody gets recognized tonight. First order of business is approval of minutes from the April 25th board meeting. Do I have a motion?
I so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Not for me, thank you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Public comments. Besides the grant applicants, are there any citizens who'd like to make comments tonight? Seeing none, we'll move on to our only action item tonight, the 2017 fire contract. Doug?
As we do every year, we share the budget of the fire department and the communications with the city of Carmel. This year, we're paying only 2.87% of the fire department's budget, which totals $688,923.87. The communications share is $39,505.06. which does a total of $728,428.93. We've also added into your packet, or into the section on the annual physicals, which we moved it up to $100,000 for this year, which gives us a grand total of $828,428.93.
Okay, before we have any discussion, may I have a motion?
I move that we accept the fire contract this year for 2018.
17.
17? Okay, 17.
Right. Is there a second?
I second.
Any discussion?
I read through it. I think it's fine.
What I find interesting, and I realize that it's not anything out of the ordinary, I suppose, but we always wait till May or June to approve the budget retroactive 6 months. Is that just a habit we've gotten ourselves into, or is it?
No, usually it's October, November, or December. We're just way ahead of
So
the
we're
game.
So we're getting better, Doug?
We
Is
are
that
getting
what you're
better.
telling us?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well,
You know how it is
progress.
when you bring two attorneys together and they,
Well,
say no
that's
more.
Good
Sorry.
news.
Sorry.
I see no, I have no comments on the fire contract. Everything looks good to me. May I have a motion? May I call for the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion will carry 3-0. We move on to information items, 2018 grant requests by community groups. So a number of you have formally requested to speak tonight and apply for grant money, and I have an order of organizations. I do want to point out a couple of things. You do not have to be here to apply for grant money, although we certainly appreciate you being here. We realize there are some people, organizations that have extenuating circumstances that would preclude them from being here. At the same time, there's no guarantee, of course, that those of you who are here will get grant money for next year. We say this every year, and we do mean it. Our pool of money to give to organizations such as yours is slowly diminishing. It's just the nature of the beast. There are a number of you here, in fact, all of you are very, very deserving. We have to be very careful on who we give money to and in what amount. So I will also encourage you to be brief. There's a maximum 3 minutes for your presentation. I certainly don't want to be rude and interrupt you, but try to keep your comments to 3 minutes or less, and we give extra points for those of you who are less than 3 minutes.
And when you hear a dong and a hook comes out, remember that? Oh, I get the hook.
That's right. Now, I didn't say extra money, but I said extra points. So, having said that, I invite Gleaners Food Bank to come up and give a presentation.
Mr. Boland, distinguished members of the Township Board, Trustee Callahan, I'm Robert Wilson with the Gleaners Food Bank of Indiana. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come before you tonight with our grant request. Thank you also for the good work that the generosity of the township makes possible here in Clay Township. Gleaners Food Bank of Indiana respectfully requests a $30,000 grant to help its community partners in Clay Township respond to continued high levels of food insecurity and hunger in the township. This grant would cover 22% of Gleaners' costs to provide a total of 430 pounds of nutritious food for hunger relief in Clay Township. The grant would be used as follows. $7,000 of a potential grant would sponsor 50 children on the Bagsacks Weekend Food for Kids program, which you have helped us with in the recent past, and we're very grateful for that. These children are at Orchard Park Elementary, Carmel Elementary, Forestdale Elementary, and Cherry Tree Elementary. These children are carefully qualified by professionals within the school using a qualification tool designed by Gleaners Food Bank, and these kids would otherwise run a high risk of going hungry over the weekends when they do not have access to the meals provided at schools. Many of these children exhibit behavioral and even physical symptoms of hunger and malnutrition, such as rushing food lines in the mornings, fainting, rummaging through refuse to salvage food to take home, etc. Each Friday through the school year, thanks to the generosity of the township, they will receive bags of nutritious food for their personal use over the weekends. The remaining $23,000 of a potential grant would underwrite the cost of providing over 138,000 pounds of nutritious food, including nutrient-dense fresh fruits and vegetables, to the Carmel United Methodist Church Food Pantry, which, by the way, was featured on the front page of the Sunday Indianapolis Star a little over 3.5 weeks ago, detailing the hunger problems here in Hamilton County. The other food pantry that would benefit from this potential grant is Our Lady of Mount Carmel Merciful Help Center. In order to help these critical hunger relief programs stretch scarce resources, 54% of the over 400,000 pounds of food that we provided into Clay Township is made available to our program partners at no cost to the food pantries. We anticipate that throughout the grant period, over 12,000 residents of Clay Township will benefit from this grant. Fully half of those are children and seniors over the age of 65. Thank you for your thoughtful consideration. Thank you so much.
Very good, Mr.
Did I
Wilson.
miss out on my extra minutes?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Chauncey's Place. Okay, not able to be here tonight. Meals on Wheels?
Hi, my name's Janet Richardson. I am the Client Service Coordinator for Meals on Wheels in Hamilton County. Beth Gilhausen is our Executive Director, but she's out of town and she apologizes that she's not here this evening. We're requesting $30,000 for the Clay Township trustee. 25% of the clients we serve in Hamilton County reside in Clay Township. Our program provides hot meals to people that have difficulty providing their own nutrition. We've seen a significant increase in individuals that need assistance through our sponsor senior program, which this money would go towards. In the last year, we had a 112% increase in people that are in need of assistance to get a daily nutritious meal delivered to their home. The Clay Township covers 4 routes, and this money will also help with my position so that I could contact the clients, work with the clients, set up the routes, make sure that the facilities are getting the proper nutrition to the individuals, and then also our volunteer coordinator to make sure that we have volunteers in place. We also deliver 4 emergency meals to individuals that are on the sponsor senior program in the fall, so that if there is inclement weather where we cannot get to their home with their nutritious meal, they have an emergency meal to be able to eat for that day. So that is our request for $30,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet, very much. Trinity Free Clinic.
All right, I'll start the timer.
Well, I know, I'll let you walk up there. I'll give you every opportunity to get up there.
Places to go and people to see, that's all right. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present to you. This is our mid-year report. Hello. Okay, so, let's see, reviewing last year, we took care of 900 Clay Township residents and provided them about 1,400 visits. And Clay Township is still about 30% of the folks that we see. The interesting thing is that in 2015, we provided 5,300 visits for medical and dental. And the following year, we provided, in 2016, 1,000 more, 6,300 visits. And what became rather alarming is that if you compare the first quarter of 2016 and the first quarter of 2017, we had a 36% increase in visits. So we're like, okay, whoa, I don't know what's happening. So the way that we are going to approach this to solve this problem and continue providing care is by getting more free services for our patients, meaning we are partnering with the Marion Medical School and have them come and provide free service to our patients. Same thing with the Butler physician's assistants. We're already getting free service from the IU School of Dentistry. So that's one way of doing it. The other thing that we're doing is that we're being more aggressive about referring patients with chronic conditions. They don't want to leave us because once they leave us, it's not free anymore, but we kind of have to push them gently because it's not good for them to get chronic care from us. I wanted to show you also a couple of the patient notes that we get that are really telling. And the last page, for example, I'll just read this really short one. He says, been waiting 5 years to finally get the rest of my teeth out. With pain and inabilities to eat each time, you have finally given me the ability to have a normal life again. This is Hamilton County. We really shouldn't have anyone suffering like this in our county. So we are the safety net to help us catch those folks that are suffering like this in our county. And I would like to request, on behalf of the Trinity Free Clinic, a grant for $30,000 for next year. And 2.5 minutes.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Would you remind me what your name again is? I'm
My
sorry.
name is Dina Furchman, and I'm the director of the Trinity Free Clinic.
Excellent. Thank you, Dina.
Thank you.
Carmel Fire Holiday Assistance. Okay.
Oh, that's a minus.
Well, you're here. That's worth a half a
I
point.
believe they're on a run.
1%?
Sandy.
Did you say they're
Prime
on-
Life?
I believe he's on a run.
No, did you hear that?
Okay. What?
He's on a run.
Oh, well, that's,
Sorry.
that's a very, very
Yeah.
good excuse.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
So my name is Sherry Orr, and I'm the new Executive Director of Prime Life. Sandy introduced me last year, you may remember. She's still on staff as our Development Director, so very happy to have her as a mentor. I want to start off by saying thank you very much for your past support. It certainly has served as seed money in order to show the community's commitment to our services, and has allowed us to go out and grow with more partners and succeed. This year we're actually celebrating 40 years. So very much thankful for your participation in that. The reports I just handed you, that's our formal application as well as our mid-year report, but it will show you the details We are providing more services with less. Despite the rising cost, we are providing services for less money. This is actually possible through increasing volunteer help. So we have a very dedicated volunteer corps that has been contributing to a larger degree with their time and resources. 59% of our clients are Clay Township residents. So with your contribution of $30,000, your constituents are benefiting of our services for only 38 cents per unit of service served. So at a very efficient rate. We are again requesting the same amount, $30,000 this year, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Anybody have questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think she got points then.
There's absolutely no doubt. Janice? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Debbie Laird, and I want to begin by thanking you for your previous support, which has enabled the staff of Janus to stay true to our mission of providing adults with disabilities the opportunity to participate and contribute within the community. Due to time limitations, I will mention just a few of the programs that were positively impacted by your financial support. First of all is community employment. Last year, Janus partnered with 58 community businesses to secure employment for 93 adults with disabilities. This is a 52% increase of business partnerships and a 34% increase in adults finding employment in the community. Hidden Talents is an entrepreneurial venture with the Work Experience program. Clients learn important business principles and business operations as they create various artistic products. Currently, individuals participate in partnerships with over 20 different businesses. Capabilities Cafe is located in the Government Center in the Noblesville Courthouse and provides real-life employment opportunities for some of our clients. Last year, clients served 14,148 meals, a 17% increase over last year. Our Doorways program has 11 activities that include gardening, music, fitness, and community service activities, to name a few. Janus also initiated a new summer program for high school students with disabilities to participate in during the summer break. Hamilton County Express has a fleet of 22 vehicles and provided 5,226 rides for Clay Township residents during the first 5 months of this year. Now that's an important number because as a comparison, Hamilton County Express provided 5,040 rides for Clay Township residents during the entire year of 2015. So we've almost doubled what we did last year. Riders depend on our transportation service to access medical, dental, and therapy appointments, as well as transportation to and from work, to social activities, shopping, etc. We empower our clients to develop to their fullest potential as they learn skills that enhance their abilities to live and work successfully in the community. When that happens, everyone benefits. Janus is requesting $30,000 for 2017. In previous years, Clay Township has embraced and supported our efforts, and for that we are grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. I have a gourd
Oh, you do?
birdhouse, and I tell you, we've had birds in it the last 2 years.
Oh,
It's been
good.
wonderful.
Good.
It's a neat project that they do.
Debbie, I got a question. Janus only stays within Hamilton County, am I correct?
And Tipton County.
In Tipton County. So you'll take somebody to 96th Street where Indigo will pick them up.
Right.
Do you know where they do stop up here? Because I get that question a lot.
I don't know for exactly.
I know they go Keystone to the Crossing, and I was just curious.
There's 5 different stops that they make to connect with Indigo so that people can go down into Marion County to work. I can get that information for you.
I would love that. I mean, so you guys wouldn't even go to Keystone to the Crossing?
You know,
Is that pushing it?
it's in our grant that
Yeah.
limits us from where we can go, as far as where we can cross 96th Street. And we have those 5 specific areas, but I will email you with those locations tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much.
And then you'll let us know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Prevail.
Good evening. My name is Brittany Weinbar, and I am the Youth Advocacy Supervisor at Prevail. I have the supreme privilege of working with youth and adolescents who've been exposed to family violence, sexual assault, homicide, and other types of crime. I want to personally thank you for your past and ongoing support for Prevail. I know many of you are familiar with what we do at Prevail, but we provide crisis intervention and restorative services to primary and secondary survivors of crime and abuse. Those services are free of charge and provided in a confidential, supportive environment. And our hope is to empower, educate, and engage those survivors in that process of healing. Not everyone has the need for the services we provide. However, when they do, we hope that they enter our doors, and we provide a critical infrastructure for Hamilton County to make it a safe place to live, work, play, and learn. Some ways that those services are supportive to the residents of Clay Township include our primary prevention program, which really exists to stop that first-time perpetration. And we're engaged in community-level interventions to begin to stop that cycle. Some of those include our 100 Men campaign, our Developmental Assets program, and Safe Dates, which is an educational program provided to 8th grade students. Last year, we served over 13,000 students in that program, and all 3 of the Clay Township middle schools participated in that program. Our primary goal in our children and youth programming is to provide support to end intergenerational violence. We hope to stop re-victimization of clients, and also so that they don't become perpetrators in the future. An interesting thing that we embarked on this year was to partner with the Carmel Civic Theater to run a program where we used acting and theater techniques to help empower our clients and provide that space and voice for them to be able to move forward on their path. We're also working with all of our county law enforcement offices to provide a lethality assistance program. We know that when a victim connects with an advocate on the scene instead of giving a referral, they're more likely to participate in services. So when a victim of domestic violence screens in on that program, the law enforcement officer immediately connects them with an advocate at Prevail. We also continue to support the clerk's office and Superior Court 3 in filing protective orders. Last year, we had 668 assessments that we completed. Our self-sufficiency program also supports victims in beginning to empower them with their employment and housing issues so that they can become productive and supportive members of our community. Today, I'm asking for support for these critical services. We're asking for level funding from last year, and again, asking for $30,000. That's less than 15% of the cost of Prevail's Clay Township services. And I humbly ask Clay Township to continue to support these efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany. NAMI of Indianapolis.
Good evening. My name is Donna Yancey. I am with NAMI of Greater Indianapolis. NAMI stands for National Alliance on Mental Illness. And the program that we are requesting for is the Crisis Intervention Team training for law enforcement and other first responders. What we do during this training is teach law enforcement officers about mental illness, how to potentially recognize a person who would be in a mental illness crisis, and then also how to de-escalate them so that through this process we would have less injury to the officers as well as to the person who is in a crisis. The goal is to, if a person's, what they are have done that has attracted the criminal law enforcement or first responders, if what they have done appears to be as a result of their illness and not really as a result of criminal behavior. We have the officers take those individuals to a mental health facility for evaluation rather than taking them to jail. Right now, we know that anywhere from 40 to 60% of the clients in the jails have a mental illness. And when the mental hospitals were closed, the state mental hospitals, we now find that our county jails are de facto hospitals. So this is one way of trying to get people the care that they need. Through the evaluation, if it is deemed that they need to be hospitalized, then they will be. And if not, a plan of care is planned, set out for them. We are offering and have offered, with your support, the past 2 years this training and in Hamilton County. And what we find is that probably about 45% of the first responders that attend the class are from Clay Township. Like I said, our goal is to get people into treatment and not into the criminal justice system. Once somebody enters into the criminal justice system, what they do is they essentially use up a lot of our taxpayer monies through their time in jail.
Donna,
Yes.
time.
Oh, sorry.
Question.
Anyway.
What's your request?
2,000.
2,000.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you. No, thank you very much.
Thank you, Donna.
Donna, I do have a question. Since we're in Clay Township, now is Hamilton County and Carmel, have they been trained in this? Because I know it's a critical issue.
They have been part of it, yeah.
Okay, good enough, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
School exchange program. Okay. Carmel Dad's Club.
Give you a little time, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you and good evening to all of you. My name is Jack Berry, president of the Carmel Dad's Club, and with me tonight I have Paul Hensel, one of our board members. I think a lot of you are familiar with Paul. On behalf of 12,000 participants and 6,000 families represented in Carmel Clay Township, we want to thank you for your continued financial support of our programs and all the help you've given to all the children of Clay Township. As the Dad's Club spring sports are coming to an end for the spring, we were very excited to have over 5,000 participants this spring. That's up over last year and is up over our budgeted numbers, so we're very excited about the participation numbers. In 2016, for the 2017 year, the township granted the Carmel Dad's Club $30,000 to help out in many different ways. Due to the assistance, the club was able to procure and stock each one of our locations with AED machines. Thank you very much for that. Our families very much appreciate that. It's one of the things they very much requested. We were also able to service all the existing machines that we had with pads and other equipment that was necessary, so thank you. Our largest sport right now is soccer. Each year we'll have over 5,500 kids of the 12,000 play soccer. This year we had the need for several